Yeah, I'm just looking at the rankings here. Max Holloway, number 5. Tapori is the champ. Makhachev's at 1, but we know he's fighting at welter. So it's Arman Saruki, and Charles just lost for the belt. Then there's Justin Gaethje, and it's Max Holloway. You know, I mean, Max Holloway, the power that he has at 155 is so different to 45. And we know about the chin, and yeah, Tapori got him. But would he be able to do that at 155 pounds without that much of a wake up? Because Max looks massive at 155.
He's big, dude. He's big. And I was I think maybe talking about it on air or just to John. I remember hanging out with Max back when he was the featherweight champ at an event, and he hadn't had a fight and have a fight on the books, and he was like 190 something pounds. Oh. So even as a lightweight, that's not small as a lightweight. Like once he decided, like, okay, I'm not having to make that cut anymore. I'm going to be lifting and eating at this and training and sparring at this weight. He's got to be, I guarantee he's high 70s by the time he gets into that cage, if not close to 180 by the time he fights.
Yeah. No, he did look big. Oh, we never spoke about this. The last 10 seconds. The last 10 seconds, right? When Max points down at the ground. We knew it was coming. I thought it had come sooner. I thought Dustin Poirier might have done it as well, just as like, get the crowd going. But holy shit. Dana even said at the post-fight presser, because I watched that when I got in, a lot of people do that, but only Max really wants to do that. But look at this combination here. Max just goes for it, man. The speed and the ferocity of these shots. And Poirier was very honest. He's like, screw this, man. Screw this. And fair play. I don't blame him. I'd have done the same thing.
No, he really does just lay it out there. A lot of guys think, okay, and I think it even caught him off guard. We were talking about it a sec, right, Brian? Weren't we just talking about this? That he's like, I feel like he was Dustin was like, all right, like touch and then go. Max is like, no, as soon as he points and you touch, he really lays it out there and puts himself in big danger, but he knows that he's just willing to do it. It was wild.
Yeah. And then I was like, I wanted to do it. That's why I kept looking up at the clock. I said, when are we doing this? Yeah. You saw me looking at the clock a few times. I'm like, well, okay, that's 25 seconds left. I said, not time yet. Then we pointed down. I said, okay, I oblige. And then he hit me with a few shots. And I said, okay, we're going to wrestle a little bit. Let me clinch up. There's only 8 seconds left.
Yeah. It's like, listen, you might be winning, you might be losing, but you don't want to get knocked out. He was looking at the clock a lot. I never realized he was looking for the last 10 seconds. Let me ask you this. They're both pissed, Max and Dustin, that they didn't get fight of the night. It was an incredible moment. The atmosphere was electric. You couldn't hear the buzzer. We got a lot of drama. We got back and forth action, but I don't think it was the fight of the night. What do you think, Paul?
I agree I agree that it was a fight of the night, but no, I think the fight that got it was probably, if we're talking just absolute crazy chaos, barn burner type action. Plus, I do appreciate and think about, guys, I love both those guys in the main event. You're getting paid. You guys are getting paid. And I know Max for maybe records and things like that wants to get as many as he possibly can. And who doesn't want an extra $50,000? But the guys that got it, Kevin Holland's making a lot of money too, but I feel like they got it. That was disgusting and crazy. And the fact that Kevin almost came back and then Rodriguez looked like he was going to be out, I think that deserved fight of the night.
Was it Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen, though? That's what actually got it.
They got it?
I think so, yeah. Brian, if you just want to double check that, but I think that's what got it. If you asked me, I would have said Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez.
I thought it was who got it.
That was a ridiculous fight. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez. Holy shit, man. Daniel Rodriguez is often a slow starter. It's like he got the memo. He knew that Holland was going to come right at him. Straight away, them two throwing down. Rodriguez rocks him, drops him. Then he gets dropped. Then it's back and forth. Then they're both exhausted. Then they both dig deep. Then Rodriguez gets full mount. It was just a crazy fight. And yeah, Alan Vettori, they got fight of the night.
Which was also a great fight. But you know what? I also think, like, it was a really good fight. $50,000. Marvin's been through a lot recently, having just lost his freaking brother in April in a fire, which is a really horrible thing. Brendan was a Louisiana boy put on in front of his crowd. Could have probably gotten more takedowns in that fight. Got Marvin down a couple times, I don't want to say with ease, but I think he could have grappled a lot more. And he chose to kind of stand and trade with Marvin for 15 minutes, basically. So I'm not mad at it either, man.
No.
I'm not mad at it.
No one's mad at it, you know. It's funny, though, because all the critics, because as you said, Dustin and Max, they're getting paid handsomely. They're all like, oh, look at these guys begging for the $50,000 bonus. It's like, as you mentioned there's a bit more to it than that. And on top of however much you're getting paid, who doesn't want the extra 50K? And then, you know, it's not only the 50K, but it's also the
reputation of it.
Yeah. And just to know, you know, personally, I put on the best
every time I get bonuses,
or the best performance. You know, it's a nice little thing. I remember when I was fighting, I'd be backstage and I'd have my fight and I'd be like, nice, that was pretty good. That was a good finish. That was good. And then fuck, someone gets a ridiculous knockout. You're like, God damn, bonus is gone, you prick.
Every time you fight, you're watching everybody else's fight thinking, all right, I want you guys to have a good fight and everything, but just not as good as what I just did. And it's crazy because now the commentators, I kind of want the next one to be better than the last. But when you're fighting on those cards, you almost hope that you only have the best fucking craziest finish, crazy fight. Get all the bonuses. You don't want anybody else to get them when you're fighting.
All right, today's episode is sponsored by Ghost Bed that are here to help you, to save you, to make sure that you get a good night's sleep. It's built from top to bottom with cooling materials and patented technology that actually pulls heat away while you sleep. And like every mattress in Ghost Bed's new collection, it features their Pro Core layer designed to give you extra support through your hips and your back to keep you pain-free. And if the looks isn't your style, no worry. Ghostbed has options. Go to ghostbed.com/believe or just hit the link in the description down below and take their mattress quiz. After a few quick questions about how you sleep, they will set you up with your best match from their all-new collection. They have over 20 years of experience. They've got over 60,000 five-star reviews. Ghostbed is a family-owned company that knows how to build top-quality mattresses that actually last. Every mattress is made in the USA and Canada using premium, durable materials. And whenever you're ready to upgrade your sleep, use the code BELIEVE at checkout for an extra 10% off. Yes, that's even on top of their fantastic deals. That is ghostbed.com/believe.